Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going through the cash cows for round 16. We do actually have a couple this week, and it sounds like as well, I just need to bring up the tweet about it, but Melbourne also debuted someone early. They said that they were debuting someone on the for Friday night's game, and they said it on like a Monday or something like that. I just need to bring up the post about it. Let me just see, 1 second here. Andy Monty Wakefield. Let me just see if this is actually in the coach's choices for ins. He is not really. He's at 734 at the moment, but given it is only a Thursday at the moment, and we still have another game in a day and a half, and we have team sheets. Usually, a lot of people use probably team sheets to do it, but also I think it was announced so early in the week that everyone's sort of forgotten about it. And a lot of people are doing the Connor Rosie, but that'll be in the next video when we go through the trade targets, and you'll see my thoughts about that and the reasons why I'm probably against it. But anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So the number one is Joe Richards, and he's still, I believe, out, injured. I don't know how long he's still got left. Injuries here, let's just double check this here. Richards has still got, he's a test. I wouldn't be surprised if Parker's out for the next 4 to 6 weeks or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Joe Richards, has another week off, but I think he, at 376k, I think this just breaks all the rules that all the mistakes that I sort of outlined in the mistakes video. Go and check that out. I'll put a link up at for that video up in the top right corner here about that. So I think Joe Richards is one that you should probably just pass anyway, just because he is 376k and he is just gonna, I think we sort of had the same thought with the likes of Dempsey in early on in the season. So I just don't think he is the best player to go for in this week. I think there's other guys down here like Dowling, Schoenmaker, Evans, etc. Tholstrop, even to a certain extent, is a lot better. He's 80k cheaper. So I think those guys are all better options than Richards, who is a tester player, and he's coming back from injury, so you don't know how well he's actually going to perform. And if you really want Joe, the real use out of Joe Richards would be his almost cash gen rather than his on-field scoring, because the on-field scoring, he could easily be the sub, etc. Billy Dowling, he's been really good, and there's potential that he'll be one of the F6 or sort of M8 sort of area guys that I go for, depending on who I have in my side. Just trying to find the last rookie spot, basically. So yeah, Billy Dowling, I really do think he's one of the better rookies to pick, just because he hasn't been subbed yet. He's getting like 80% time, 70% time on ground, and I think he can really improve out of the bye if he gets more time on ground. And with Adelaide's injury list, let's just check it out here. You got Matt Crouch season, Wayne Miller season, Paddy Parnell season, Thilthorpe is a test, Taylor Rourke is a test, and Worrell is 4 to 6 weeks. And Himmelberg is going to play, and Smith is expected to be available. Okay, so I don't think that really impacts Billy Dowling, so I think he's fine. Ari Schoenmaker, slightly different conundrum with him. 236k, and I think he's probably the best. If there was no selection issues with him, which I don't know, this is when you talk to Saints fans about this, but I'm just looking at this and going, if we go down to St Kilda here we go. Crouch TBC, Dow test, Haynes TBC, Howard 1 week. Now that still is good that Howard is at least a week away, and this was the 25th, so he's not going to play. You have Jimmy Webster a test, but also you have Liam Stocker here who's available. Webster, as we said, a test, and so those are 2 guys there. What are they going to do? Because I would expect Webster and also Stocker to come back in. How do they work that out? As well as Wangane Malira coming back in. If I go to AFL lineups, this will make it clear what I'm trying to say here. AFL lineups round 14. Let's look at this here. You got Battle, Schoenmaker, who came in? Cordy, Schoenmaker, Jones, and Campbell. You got Seb Ross playing half-back or whatever. Bonner, Hunter Clark, Tom Campbell, Wayne Malira, Webster, and Dougal Howard out. So it's just an interesting makeup with all their tools and stuff like that. How do they go about doing it? Because you would expect Battle to be safe. Zane Cordy, I don't know how many games he's necessarily played this year, but I don't think it's, from memory, I don't think it's too many, but I could be completely wrong because I don't exactly follow the Saints. Let's actually just check that out in round 14 there. Their players, and then just go down. Cordy here, where is he? Zane Cordy, where's he? 1 second here, I need to figure out where he is. Zane Cordy, he was tactically subbed out in the game, and he's played a total of, if we look here, he's played 8 games, I believe, this year, so he hasn't been exactly needed. So I wonder if they use, and this is also becoming the point in the season now where if you look at the ladder, you'll see that St Kilda are, where are they? They are already effectively 4 games outside the 8 almost, you could say. But 3 and a bit, because they need a big percentage booster, but it's effectively 4 because they're St Kilda and they don't score. So it'll be interesting to view how Schoenmaker, if he even gets through, we'll know tonight. But if Schoenmaker gets through selection worries, I would place him over Logan Evans. But if he doesn't get through, then obviously Logan Evans over him would be the thought there, I think. Just because I've rated Schoenmaker, and I think he stacks up better. His if we go over to DFS Australia, here we go. If it loads here, here we go. I'll show you the slight differences and why I think that here that Ari Schoenmaker is the better prospect for cash generation and potential big scores. Is just look at this. His sub 100 games since his sub sort of 80 games since basically 2023, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. He's had 3 sub 80 games, and one of them was his AFL debut with a 74. And he's also had a lot of 130s in the NAB League before he got drafted, and he's also had a couple of big 100 scores, a couple of 90 scores as at the VFL level. So I think it's a potential for him to have a 10 mark, 20 kick effort, and that can easily get him up towards that sort of up towards that 100 marker in itself. So I think he's one that can easily do that. Whereas if you go to Logan Evans here, is it Logan Evans? Have I just completely butchered his name? Yeah, Logan Evans doesn't even have any. He doesn't even have any sort of profile. It doesn't look like. But I'm pretty sure from memory, he was averaging about 61 in the Sandful, I believe. Also, when I looked it up last week when he was debuting. So will be interesting to see what happens there. But I think he holds his spot because he played pretty well. And also I think that just, I think he's one that will score slightly less than Ari Schoenmaker if they both play. So I'd be going Ari over Logan, but Ari has the bigger selection issues. But I think Ari will get the best cash gen. But they're both basically the same thing. Biggie won't play. Colton Tholstrup, I think he is one that's really going to do pretty well here. I think at 292k, I brought him in last week and because I thought he would, just given his VFL numbers, I believe. Tholstrup, here we go. I'll show you what I was looking at and why I decided to bring him in. I didn't think that, I thought maybe he might get that midfield role, but you see here, look at this, very similar translation here. Yes, we didn't get the disposal translation, but we got the marks and the tackle translation. He was averaging, 15, 25, so he was averaging 12 and a half non-disposal acts, and he had 12. So I think that's a really good indication. Or indicator, I guess. And yeah, I thought that was really, really good to see. He also had a different, it was actually sort of the same split, to be honest, to his 30 game. So that is a little bit of a worry. But I think also he's just gone back and really, you can see he's sort of developed, I think. But anyway, I think he's one that he's He's very much a low floor, high ceiling type of guy, which could be interesting for sort of a bench. If you're struggling to get necessarily a premium, I think if you were to go sort of like a Tholstrop instead of a Simkin, that could almost be better in itself. Just because you're saving cash, but you're also getting a guy that can potentially go large if he gets the right matchup and stuff like that. So I think he's one that, and that's why I'm more in agreement with the big one up and one down, because these rookies that are 290k, he's probably effectively like a 500k guy that you can get for 290k, and he has, and this, especially Tholstrop himself, he has the high ceiling that he can potentially get those 90s or 100s that basically are helping you out. But if he goes and scores an 80 or a 70, you're just like, oh yeah, you'll just stick on the bench. Voss won't play, Vicentini won't play, Sam Day won't play. Sean Manor, he could play because they may go through a revolution almost in a way and just go. But I think with Paddy Dangerfield going, I forgot to finish off its name there. Paddy Dangerfield going through the tribunal and getting off, I think that Manor won't play. Kruger, Hamill there, yeah, I don't think he will be too much of an option. I just had him favorited for that mistakes video. McNeil, Laurie, Phillips, Hipwood, no one here I don't think plays, to be honest with you, in all honesty. Yes, you have Chincotta, but he's already 22 break even and already 374k, no thank you. No one here at all that I really actually like the look of as a rookie, to be honest with you. So yeah, my rookie option, I might have to go again on another early guy. You could see one of these guys debut to and get the call up today, but I don't think you'll see a Clay Hall or a Mitch Hardy or a Willis or anything like that. Mitch Hardy, I think, is 26 already, so if he's going to debut, he's got to debut soon. George Stevens, I don't think will debut. None of these guys, I don't think, have a chance of debuting, to be honest with you. And then you get down to, where is he? Andy Monique Wakefield, I think, is the debutant. I think I may have butchered his name, but he could be sub, so watch that space. And yeah, so I don't know if he's necessarily the guy to go for. I wouldn't be going for Cleary as well, who has, I believe, a 37 break even. If I just go to all prices, 200k, and then go the opposite way to break evens, you'll see Kean Brown as well, 50 break even. I wouldn't be going for him. Then we scroll down a little bit and you get to, 1 second here, let me find him. Where is he? He made like a 23, so he shouldn't be too high up, I would expect. Andy Kirk down there, no, where is he? I don't think, where is Cleary? Cleary's at a 31 break even, so I just scrolled straight past him. Looks like, 1 second, let me see this. Here we go, Caden Cleary, 23. I expect him to be sub, if not dropped again, just going off the basis of what I see at the Swans. And yeah, you just cannot be having that. I did say, I think, in one of the videos that I really like the prospect of Caden Cleary in future years, or at least I've been thinking about that, just because he's going to have forward status, and we've seen this before with the Swans. They debuted Luke Parker in that forward role. They debuted actually James Rowbottom in the forward role, who I think is not exactly the same type of prospect as a Caden Cleary. I think Caden Cleary is more a little bit fleeter-footed than Rowbottom, and a little bit more, I wouldn't say he's not as built as Rowbottom. But yeah, I think that same role transition of going from the forward line into the midfield, and I think he can transition into potentially playing that fourth midfielder role next year, potentially getting some games off of Taylor Adams potentially next year, or just even starting as a small forward next year as he learns how to play that role, and then the year after starts to transition back into the midfield, as Taylor Adams won't probably make it past, I think, 2025, to be honest with you. He may make it into 2026, but I think there will be more opportunities for Cleary and other guys to play then. But anyway, I think that pretty much is the video there, going through all of the cash cows for round 16 of the 2024 AFL fantasy season. Don't think there's too many to choose from. The best would probably have to be the Irish Showmaker Logan Evans debate. And then also, if you wanted someone that had a little bit more security, I would say Billy Dowling. But then again, I think at this point, you're just going for, can you almost get a high ceiling type of guy that can almost be sitting on your bench and just maybe one game out of the remaining, was it 8 or 9? Play one of the remaining 9 games, and can that get him on field for me for one game or something like that? That's basically all that you're hoping for in the rest of this year out of these rookies, I guess, to a certain degree. Or you're hoping for someone to make some quick cash. Maybe you're like me and hoping for some quick cash gen so that you can trade these guys at like 400k and get that upgrade that you need, as I'm still battling to make upgrades, I guess. But I'm trying to fix earlier mistakes and not double down on those and triple down on those mistakes. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys for the trade target video later. Bye, guys.